turn. Shout out to Trash Panda Disc Golf for sending me this pair of Procyons. So there's a lot of cool stuff behind this disc. I'm gonna put a link for their video in the description. Do yourself a favor and check that out, because it shows everything you need to know basically about the disc, about the name, and just all the really cool symbolic things that came together to make this disc what it is. This is a recycled mold, so I don't know which company that had this mold before, and we don't know the name of that mold. I think that's kind of discreet between Trash Panda and unsaid company. But as you can see, these are kind of like an 11.5 speed, and funny thing is, Procyon is actually the name of a star, so they named this disc after a star. I think the constellation or something about the star has something to do with a raccoon, which raccoon, Trash Panda, it kind of all ties together. And yeah, Procyon is like 11.45 light years away from Earth. And this is an 11.5 speed, or 11.45, you could say. So you already would have known all that if you've seen Trash Panda's video, but if not, that's such a cool thing to know. Both of these here are 173 grams, and this is like my favorite color, basically. I love blue, different shades of blue. This kind of slightly light, maybe baby blue color is just so pretty. There's even like some swirls in the plastic as well. And then it says run 001 on there, so their first run, the Procyons here. This is Trash Panda's very, very first distance driver. So they started with the inner core, and then you've got the dune, the canyon, the ozone, and then now they bumped it all the way up to their first driver. So I'm excited about this. There's been a lot of players who have been excited to throw this, and I'm going to give you my full review on these and my first impressions in this video today. Going to throw them backhand, forehand. I'll throw them on all sorts of different angles, and hopefully we get to throw these without wind and with wind to show you what they do in all sorts of conditions. But yeah, shout out Jesse and Trash Panda, the whole team over there. You guys are killing it with this recycled plastic, and one of these might go in the bag after the video today. We'll see. Let's get into it. Besides just throwing these and just comparing them to themselves, I'm also going to compare these to a destroyer and also a wraith, and just kind of compare the hand feel and the flights compared to destroyers and wraiths. So here we go, very first shots with the Procyons. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. So straight for a long time in the headwind and then faded out. Definitely has some stability on her. That one, same thing. It's kind of low, but a little bit of turn and then some fade. So this might be a money mold that goes in the bag. I personally think that Trash Panda is one of the most interesting disc golf companies in the sport right now, if not the most interesting. I think Doomsday Disc also gives Trash Panda a run for its money as far as the interesting aspect, because all the crazy molds that they have. But Trash Panda, there's just something about them, like, that just feels so right, you know. They're taking care of the environment. They're taking all this, you know, bottles and just all this waste material, and they're transforming it into these discs and just recycling all this stuff. And that's like their slogan: good for your game, good for the planet. And that just couldn't be more true, honestly. This hole is up and to the right, about 315 feet. I got a tailwind. I'm gonna see how these Procyons behave on a forehand. Little flip, strong fade, and that's up circle's edge right there. More stable than I thought, especially after those backhand throws. I mean, those first backhand throws were into the wind, granted, but these things will definitely hold some torque. I'm very, very impressed so far. I'm not gonna lie, I am Definitely surprised with the stability so far. Those things have some beef to them, which is great. They feel so good on a backhand and a forehand. It does have like that little ridge up on top of it, but I don't really notice it too much. And boy, does it feel good. And boy, have I been getting some clean releases with them so far. Now we're gonna do some shots over the water. We got the Destroyer and the Wraith, and then the Procyons here. See how they compare. Slight headwind, I think, going over the water. Should be parked. I think these Procyons will have a little bit more turn into the wind now, so I'll test these out, see how they fly compared to those. There it is. Yes. Laser beam. As you guys can imagine, there's a lot of things that I've seen so far with the Procyon that's definitely separated itself from a Wraith or from a Destroyer. It almost feels like in between Wraith and Destroyer, right? Because it is an 11.5 speed, is what they're claiming. And a Destroyer's 12 speed, as we know, and then Wraiths are 11 speeds, as we know. And it sits right in between there. So it will give you that straighter push like a Wraith, and even some turn, especially flat or into a little bit of headwind. But then it does have that reliable fade. I know some Wraiths don't fade. Other like Halo runs, Garrett Girthy runs fade way more. But it's also not as fast or quite overstable as a Destroyer. So Procyon fits right in between those in my opinion. And it's something that some players might not find a use for. Other players might absolutely just chew that up and love it. So yeah, let me know what side of the coin you're on. So far I'm loving it and has potential to go in the bag for sure. So another mold that I think could really be compared to the Procyon is actually the Shepherd from Goliath Discs. I currently bag this one. It's like, again, it's a tweener between an 11 and a 12 speed, and these rims here actually look very, very identical, very, very similar. This is a lot flatter. The Procyon definitely has a little bit more height on it, but let's see how they fly because I think it's going to be very, very comparable. We'll go Procyon, Shepherd, Procyon. Very reliable fade. So similar, yeah. So these will be very, very stable if you don't throw them that hard, but if you really rip into them, they'll go straight for a little bit and then still get that bite at the end. So See, like that, push straighter just a little bit longer, and then still reliable fade, which is a great disc. Like that type of flight is what a lot of people are looking for. Oh yeah, slight drift, coming back. Just a tick less stable than that Wraith and Destroyer. And that is a stable Wraith, mind you. More power, fights very well out of that. And because these are a wide rim disc, like 11.5, you will get a lot of big skips and flares at the end of it. All right, here's that Shepherd compared to the Procyons again. Very straight, predictable finish, very similar to the Procyon. But again, the hand feel is a little bit different. They're definitely deeper because they're not as flat on top. Very similar to the Flight. Yeah, it's great. So if I were to rate the Procyon right now, I think I would give it probably an 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5. We'll call it 8.5. Great disc. Again, I think it fits right between the Destroyer and the Wraith for me, and it's very torque resistant, more stable than you think, but you can also get some push out of it. It's not the glidiest disc ever, but it's not the beefiest either, so great sweet spot of a disc. Dude, that's so good. Yeah, so that was maybe too good. Player 2. Okay, well, it's not a putter. It's the driver. Don't putt with them. Well guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the Procyon review. This mold is awesome. I absolutely love it. I think one of these is gonna find its way into my bag somehow. Even though this is recycled plastic, it feels so good, like just so good. I really just can't even tell you how much I love this mold after figuring it out over the course of one round. Again, these are 173 grams and they feel so good on a forehand and a backhand, and they fly amazing. Like if you just want something that's gonna be dependable, hold up to some wind, give you a straight flight for a while, and then give you a reliable fade, this is the disc to do it with. And being that it's like an 11.5 speed, like this can be a great distance driver for beginners, or also people just with smaller hands, smaller fingers, because it's not like quite a 12 or 13 speed, so this could feel a lot more comfortable to you. And this is also going to be great for some pros, like as a control driver. So I'm very excited to see how many bags this mold starts to kind of weave its way into, maybe starting with mine. Yeah, I think a lot of content creators like myself are going to really, really enjoy this disc. And this plastic does seem very, very dependable and very durable. I think this can really last a while and really take a beating with tree kicks and all that stuff. Yeah, pretty stiff plastic. I like it a lot. Normally I'm a gummy plastic guy, but these aren't crazy stiff or crazy gummy, but they're definitely on the stiffer side. And I highly recommend the Procyon from Trash Panda. Again, thanks guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go check them out. Pick them up on Trash Panda's site when they go live, and enjoy them, throw them, and yeah, good for your game and good for the planet. Check them out. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more disc reviews and course reviews. See you guys in the next one.